Hi everyone, welcome back. Before you start with this course, I want you to know about some of the most important design principles. I also want to show you how we use these principles in the designs we are creating throughout this course. The first principle is contrast, and the most important one. Contrast is basically a visual difference. Contrast in design can refer to the contrast in the form, color, value, size, or texture. In this course, we have a complete section about the contrast, and in that section, we create this design. In this design, we have the contrast of the value, the scale, and also the color. As you can see, the contrast between this lady and this wall that we have. So this can be a very good example of the contrast. The second one is variety. This is when you have multiple contrasting elements, so the human eyes have more to look at with variation in the color, size, form, texture, and value. We can use the same previous example. Here we have the contrast of the size and the scale, and also the contrast of the color. Also, the design that you are going to create in the double exposure section, which is this one, we have the contrast of the size and the scale, and also we have different point of the contrast. We have the contrast between the size of the human and the rocky heart. We also have the contrast of the color. Between the rocks, the light is harsher than the background. The third one is emphasize. You should have a clear visual point of focus. By this, you tell the viewer where to watch with a clear emphasis. It's usually achieved through the contrast or composition arrangement. In this design, which we are going to create in the double exposure section, we can see this point. When you look at this artwork, your eyes immediately will go over this person, and this person is the point of focus in this artwork. The fourth one is alignment. Alignment is lining up elements along lines. This is usually common for the type layout and typography, but it's also relevant for any composition containing more than one element. In this course, in the user experience section, we are going to rely on alignment to create our website dashboard and also our mobile app design. If you check this artboard, everything is aligned together. For example, these small charts that we have the menu, we have the other charts, and all of the text, and everything is aligned together to make this beautiful dashboard. And of course, we have used other principles of design in this dashboard. The fifth one is repetition. This is basically repeating element in the composition. By duplicating and repeating elements in your composition, you can give more variety and more interest to your composition. In this poster that we are going to create in the shape layer section, we have used the repetition principle. The photo and the shape behind it, they have the similar shapes, and also we are using some of the lines and also the red color as a repeating principle in this design. The next principle we have is proportion. Establishing the size of elements in relationship to other elements. The designer establishes the size, scale, or an element by showing it in relationship to the other elements in the composition. You can make something huge or tiny. In the artwork that you are going to create in the photo montage section, we have clearly applied this principle. As you can see, the size of this flamingo comparing to the buildings and the street. We all know that realistically flamingos are much tinier and much smaller than this, but we have used this principle to make a special artwork, and it looks amazing. The seventh principle is balance. This is a concept that is related to an overall look of your composition. Balance can be achieved through the symmetrical or asymmetrical layout of your elements. In this 3D scene that you are going to create in the 3D section, we have the balance of the elements. We have distributed the letters and the box in the sides so we can make some balance on the scene. The principle number 8 is rhythm, means a flowing image or design. The human eye can see the movement in an image or design even if it's still when it has a rhythm. In this artwork that we are going to create when we talk about the selection tools, we have the rhythm. If you look at the street and the fish, you will see a movement in this photo. Why? Because this artwork has a rhythm. The principle number 9 is unity. Unity means all elements and colors are in arrangement. This can be achieved through the elements having similar character, color, style, and many more. In this app UI that you are going to create in the user experience section, we have a clear application of the unity. We have the similar colors, similar styles, and also similar elements. The last element that you are going to cover is proximity. It means establishing a relationship between visual elements. Where you place elements in a composition can suggest a relationship between them or how a viewer should observe them. In this dashboard that you are going to create in the user experience section, we have the proximity. If you look at the small charts we have above, you will see each of them have some text next to them. The way these texts are placed and the position that they are placed is telling us that this text belongs to this chart. So meaning of the proximity is basically this. Okay guys, these are the principles of design that I want you to know before starting with this course. I will see you in the first section. Bye bye.